Yo, what is good, guys? We are back with another video. Today I'll be ranking every Western Conference team. I already did the Eastern one. Now I'm going to be ranking every Western Conference team in the standings for the up and coming season. So let's get into it, man. For me, I think the Western Conference one is probably going to be a little easier for me than the Eastern Conference one. Let me move the Lakers out the way here. And let's get into it, man. Matter of fact, I might go in order this time. So, the team I think will be the worst in the West, pretty easily, is the Jazz. Their worst team in the league last year. I don't think they got that much better. They added Ace Bailey, Walter Clayton Jr. They added a couple pieces, but I don't think it's enough to put them above any other team in the West for me. They might be better than the Wizards in the East, or maybe like the Nets, but I don't think they will be that good of a team. For me, they still are going to be the worst team in the league. Next, we got, low key. This might get a little hard. Next, I got the Suns. Now, the Suns obviously had a very mediocre season last year. Only won 36 games with KD, Beal, and Booker. They lost Beal and KD, replaced them with Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green. Obviously, they added Mark Williams and Man. I still don't think that team will be that good. I still think they will be a pretty bad team. I don't see them making like a sudden jump. I think they definitely will get worse, but I think they will be similar. I just think the West will be a pretty competitive. Next, I got the Sacramento Kings. The Kings to me are the definition of a mediocre franchise. Have had one playoff appearance in like the last 25 years. They were 40-42 last season. They added Zach LaVine. They just gave Keegan Murray a huge contract. They picked up Schroeder, picked up Westbrook. I just don't see any of these guys being real movers for them. You know what I mean? No one to really move them forward. It's just potentially make the play-in, but even that though, I think the West is too competitive for them to do that. The next team I got is the Pelicans. Now the Pelicans aren't a bad team, and honestly, I think the Pelicans are better than where I have them. I think they have there's one injury. The one of those teams that are riddled with injuries. You don't know what's happening with Zion. DeJounte Murray's injured. And then you have Jeremiah Fears, who we haven't seen much from. We have Missy. You got Poole. You got Murphy. Jones was injured last year. I just don't see them just making that big push. If fully healthy, I can see them being like a much better team. But with that health as a factor, I just don't see it happening for them. So I do have them here. It might seem a little low, but I do think they are a better team where I have them. Next, let's roll into it. I got the Portland Trailblazers. Now this is definitely a team I can see making the play-in. If the next team I'm going to battle, because the next team I'm about to put on could drop a lot. So this team, I can see them making the play-in. I honestly, I'm really excited to watch the Trailblazers this season. They only won 36 games last year, but they got rid of DeAndre Ayton, who I think was holding them back. They added Yang Hansen, Shaden Sharp's obviously going better. Scoot's going to get better. Kamara's going to get better. Like Denny Avdi is going to get better. I'm really excited. They obviously added Dame and Drew Holiday. I can't believe I named those guys. Like this is going to be a decent team. And I can see them being better than this, especially if this team, the Memphis Grizzlies, because the Memphis Grizzlies are already dealing with injuries. They're missing Zach Edey. They're missing Scottie Pippen Jr. They're missing Ty Jerome. Like, we were supposed to miss Jeremy, but he came back. But we don't know. Ja is, let's just say, he has been injury prone. Even if it's not longer injuries, he will get the small injuries. Like, Brandon Clark's out. So we really don't know how it's going to look for the Grizzlies. They just are one of those teams that are always constantly getting injured, and I can see them dropping like all this. But you do have an All-NBA player. You have a All-Defensive All-Star. Like, I just can't drop them below any of these teams right now, just knowing they have John Jaren. Next team we got is the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks, I might even have lower than the Grizzlies, but I can see them definitely being better than the Grizzlies too. If Kyrie comes back, I can see him being better than the Grizzlies. They got AD, who's injury prone. We got the main event. We got Derek Lively, Gafford, Clay, D'Angelo Russell. Like, it's not a bad team. Like that can definitely be a decent team. Like, you can jump up, but I just don't see them doing that. I just don't. Like, this is the first full year of this team, and you're already missing Kyrie for the big majority of it. I think Cooper Flag will have a really good rookie year, but I just don't see them making any big moves in the West to be contenders or like solid playoff teams. The next team I got is the San Antonio Spurs. I think this is going to be the Spurs' first playoff appearance. I think they can be higher, but I'm just not sure about how it will all mesh. They have a lot of guards in their roster. Obviously, you got Fox, you got Castle, Harper, Vassell, but at the end of the day, you have Victor Wembanyama, and I think really that's what it's boiling down to. You have a DPOY, you have a top 10 player in basketball. All those other things, it just depends how well they mesh with Wemby, and if Dylan Harper looks like that top player we've seen, Stephon Castle gets better. We see how De'Aaron Fox looks excellent. Vassell gets better. Like, with Harrison Barnes, Sotron, like, I can see this. Champagnie, I can really see this being a good team. Next, we have a solid team here with the Clippers. The Clippers for me are, honestly, I might move the Clippers up. I'm talking about the Clippers later. I'm gonna put the Warriors here. The Warriors are one of the oldest teams in basketball. Just pick up Al Horford, got Jimmy, got Steph, and outside of those, like Jimmy and Steph, I think the roster is gash, man. Obviously, you got Draymond. That brother's like he's good defensively. I don't think he brings you that still point forward Draymond that you got 5-10 years ago. You got Post. I don't like Pods. They got Kuminga back, but they're probably gonna trade him mid-season. Like the Warriors to me just aren't content. They're just not that good of a team. I don't think it's a really well-built team around Steph. I think Steph and Jimmy will win you a lot of games, like a decent amount of games, like a minimum 40. Because last year obviously they won 48. I think they probably win around 45 this year. But yeah, I just don't see them being better than that. Next, we have the Clippers, who I can honestly. Clippers Warriors are made for me interchangeable. Clippers won 50 games last year, missing Kawhi, and missing Kawhi for more. That was due to James Harden and Zubac. Those two were electric. Norman Powell had a damn near All-Star season, and they just added John Collins and Bradley Beal. Obviously, they lost Norman Powell, but this Clippers team does look better to me than they did last year. I just think all the teams I have above them are going to be better. But I can still see these Clippers being really good, and the first thing I have above them is the Lakers. The Lakers supporting cast, I don't like. I don't think it's good. I don't like DeAndre Ayton that much. I really think it's about those big three: Luka, Bron, Austin Reeves. I think they can carry you to a lot of wins, man. And I think the defense is probably going to be really below average, but I think they will have a really good offense. And when it comes down to it, sometimes just having the better player can win the game. Next, I'm going to have the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves obviously have been a great team. Won 49 games last year. They did really good in the playoffs, went to the conference finals, obviously lost to the Thunder. We're in the conference finals last year, lost to the Mavs. Like, the back-to-back conference finals appearances, back-to-back being a top team in the West. I think they will continue it again. I don't think Anthony Edwards is going to make that MVP level leap, but I still think he will be that All-NBA level talent. So I have Rudy Gobert, you have Julius Randle. I think Dante will probably have a better season. You lost Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but you still have Naz Reid. I think that still will be a really good team in the West. And at third, I'm going to have the Houston Rockets. The Rockets are my choice for the team to win the ring this year. I know it sounds crazy, but I really think the defense will be elite. I think with KD, I think the offense will be. People have been bringing up the spacing. I don't think that will matter for the personnel that the Rockets have. I think they have enough personnel to still have a competent offense, even with mediocre spacing, and I think the defense will be great. Obviously, the rebounding, I think, is the main aspect. I think they're going to dominate on the boards, get a lot of second chance points, and that can win you games. defense, second chance points can win you games even if your offense isn't clicking. And then you have Kevin Durant. I know people have lost a lot of trust, a lot of faith in KD. I still got it. I still think he is that good of a player. So yeah, I got the Rockets there. Next, Denver Nuggets, who I think are probably going to be the second best team in basketball after obviously the Thunder. But this is probably the best team we've seen in the Jokic era. They replaced MPJ with Cam Johnson. They brought in Bruce Brown back again. Christian Braun's getting better. You have Peyton Watson still. I really like this. I really like this Nuggets team. They won 50 games last year. Lost in Game 7 to the Thunder, and I think with this team, I think they win that series against the Thunder, because I do think this is the best Nuggets team we have seen in a while. I forgot to even mention it, Aaron Gordon. But yeah, they picked up Tim Hardaway Jr. as well. Yeah, this is a really good Nuggets team around Jokic. And then number one, obviously, best team in the league, champions, have the MVP. We got the Thunder. I don't think there's too much to say about the Thunder. I think they're gonna be top of the league again. I don't think they got worse in any way. They might potentially go for 70 wins, but I think they're gonna be in between that 65 and 70 wins. So that's where I have the Thunder. Yeah, guys, that's it for me. Until the season starts, I'm going to be dropping out videos regularly. But that is my rankings for the Western Conference. Let me know what you think. Disagree, agree. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.